Hi guys, it's Philip here, and this is the fourth abstract composition we are building. We will be building something like this, not exactly the same, because some of these models are bought on the web. I will show you the pack. I just googled like abstract 3D models pack and bought some of these models. They're cheap, but I will recreate them in the best way I know. Some of these models here are created in our previous tutorials, such as this one and the column here. So we will, actually this one as well. So we will import these models from the models folder. Of course, with this course, you will get the models folder, the pack of abstract models that we created during the course, so you can just import the models so you don't have to model them again if you have already done it. Okay, let's begin. We will use the background drop that we created previously, and this is a starter scene that will also be in the project. So begin with the starter scene, save it as 4, I guess. I saved it as a 4, and let's begin. Okay, to begin with, of course, we need a cylinder here. We should have probably included the cylinder into the starter scene as well. But yeah, let's just create one real fast. Cylinder, I will press F2 to jump to the top view, increase the radius, put it somewhere here, kill the height segments, increase the rotation segments to 100, press F3, zoom out. I'm zooming out with pressing down 2 on my keyboard and dragging my mouse. So let's resize this, put it somewhere here. F1, caps, fillet, radius is of 2. Now when I look at it, the height is too high, so let's put it somewhere here. Jump like this. Okay, perfect. Now we want to add a column. So the column, you can file, merge objects, and select the column from the folder. Because I haven't created that folder yet, I will just copy my column. Okay, here it is. My column is here. Now I want to position it correctly. So let's see. I might want to scale it down a bit. Pull it down. Okay. Put it here. And now, actually, let's just put it here. And press down Control and click and drag to duplicate it. You should put it here as well. Okay, now when I look at it, I actually want to scale it down a bit, but so that we can have this curve. So we're gonna select all of these, go into the polygons mode, press Ctrl A to select everything, and press T to scale down, and go into the modeling axis here and move the Y all the way down. And now click and drag anywhere here, and you will be able to scale like this. So let's see, I think this is fine. Now select only 3 of these here, go to the object mode, go to the move tool, move it here, and repeat the same process but somewhere here. Okay, now let's create a tube. Rotate it like this, pressing down Shift to snap while rotating. Kill the height segments, increase the rotation segments to 100, slice it, F2, reduce the height, position it here. Okay. Now increase the outer radius, okay, and increase the inner radius, okay. And you wanna put it down, nice. And Oh, now I see it's not really perfect. I think something like this is really good. So in the object, fillet this, and put a radius here to segments is 3. Why can't we fillet this? Fillet segments 3, radius is 0, and I can't increase the radius. Maybe. Why can't I increase? Let's just remove the slice and now start filleting. I cannot increase the fillet radius. I have no idea why this is happening now. Maybe because cap segments? No, this doesn't make sense. We'll do it manually. So just slice this and press C on your keyboard. Go into the edge mode and double click this edge here and this edge here. And these are the two edges we're gonna see anyway, so I'm S on your keyboard or bevel in the palette here, and subdivisions is 4. Okay, let's just click and drag ever so slightly. Okay, we have a curve there. Now what we want to do, let's just actually copy this tube, this one that we have created, the beveled one. Control C to copy it. Now undo before it becomes non-edited. Okay, and now paste it here. Now use this old tube, go to the top view and move it here, and for the outer radius reduce it and increase the inner radius. Okay, outer radius. Okay, this is good. And make this editable again. Go into the edge mode, double click here and double click here. Bevel this, bevel it slightly. And yeah, this is what we wanted. This is perfect. Let's see what our next element here is. Let's put these blocks behind. So we're gonna use a cube. F2. Go to the top view, resize it like this. Okay. F3 to jump to the right view. Scale it down like this. Press E on your keyboard, move it down. Okay. For the tube, add a fillet, and for the fillet subdivision, press 3. But for the fillet radius, press 1 or 1.5. Okay. Select the cube and press down Alt on your keyboard, and then click on the cloner. Now you need a linear, and this is good. Let's just decrease this. I'm gonna press F3 to jump here to see how this looks like. I think this is fine. I want to have a little line that separates them, and let's just add some more. Okay, 8 of them is fine. Our next element is this one here. So we will begin with that outer frame. For that we're going to use a rectangle. Rectangle is here. Press F4 to jump to the front view, and press S on your keyboard with the rectangle selecting and the mouse being over the viewport, and it will show you the rectangle. Now I want to hide the camera. Double click here, and I want to hide the bend. Double click here, and I want to hide the plane as well, so double click here. Okay, for our rectangle, I'm gonna press C to make it editable, press T, scale it inwards like this, and scale it down. Okay, I'm gonna put it somewhere here. Press T to scale down. This should be fine. Yeah. So go to the points mode, Control A to select everything, right click and chamfer. Click down and drag. This is perfect. Now we wanna create that frame. So what we wanna do is create another rectangle, and we want to scale this one down as well. Press C, and drag it like this. Let's just zoom in a bit and scale it down like this. Maybe like this, okay. Go into the points mode. Control A to select everything, right click, chamfer. Chamfer this as well. Go to the object mode and rotate this like this. Okay, now we want to add a sweep, and we're going to put the rectangle and the little rectangle inside of a sweep, and let's see what we get. This is good, although we have to select the second rectangle, and that's the first one actually here, and actually scale it inwards. Let's just leave the camera view to see how this looks like. Okay, now I'm clicking and dragging to scale the rectangle I'm selecting here, but let's see if we do, okay, we need to do this. Okay, and if I, okay, this is good, this is good. Let's see the bevels, the edges. I'm not sure how light will reflect here. I think it will be good. So click on the sweep here. You can move it here behind the back volume. Put it somewhere here. Okay, put it here. This is fine. Let's just now, while selecting sweep, press enable axis, F2, pull the axis here, press F3 and pull leave the axis here. Now press this enable axis again and go into the top view. With this sweep selected, press down Control and create a, where is it? It's a pill, capsule, okay, a capsule. Scale it down and scale it like this. Put it exactly here. Open the capsule, add some heights, add some cap segments and rotation segments to 60. This is good. Okay, this is fine. Now what we want to create is the next shape. Let's add the shapes we already created. So that's this one. You can just import it from the project files. I'm gonna paste it. So this is the shape. Let's just put it somewhere in front, like this. The next shape that we can import is this one. So merge it from the object files. Okay, we already have that one. Let's now add this thing in the middle. It's like a triangle. So let's do a triangle, something like that. I'm not sure how to curve this. This is the model I bought online. It's pretty cool. I'm not 100% sure how to do it. It's an N side, so N side of 3. And the triangle, this is the one we get, so rotate it down, put it somewhere here. And I'm gonna create a square. So it's a rectangle about like this and rotate it 80 degrees. And now create a sweep with the N side and the rectangle inside of a sweep, and this is perfect. Now we wanna add a slight bevel to the rectangle, so select rectangle, press rounding, and that's it. Let's increase the rounding to see what we get. We can leave the camera view to really take a look at this. Is it better with a lot of rounding? Okay, it's not bad. Actually, what I want to do here now when I look at it For the end side, I want to press rounding as well. Nice. Okay, reduce the rounding here a bit. Nah, this rounding is a bit bad. Let's just press C to make the whole sweep editable, and then go to the edge mode and loop select this edge, press down shift, this edge and this edge, and bevel this. Maybe add 2 subdivisions. Okay, let's see how this looks like. I don't know, I'm just gonna undo this, I don't like it. Let's just maybe even not make it so round. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Okay. I wanna add a bucky, so a platonic. Platonic will go here, and in the platonic, we wanna choose a bucky. So scale it down, but the bucky goes here. And let's select both of these, pull them up, maybe increase the size, something like this. And now I want to add a torus. I'm going to put it here and scale it down. Let's see, it's here. I want to put it here, and I want to leave it like this. Press F2, do this, and in the torus, 5 segments go 100. Actually, the ring segments go 100 to make it smooth. And now with torus selected, I'm gonna press down Control and add it to the cloner, and go into the linear, and increase the count a bit. Pull this down, move the cloner here. And I'm just gonna rotate the cloner a bit. So let's see where we do it. Okay, it's in the transform tab here. Let's see if it's intersecting with anything. It's intersecting a bit here, so just move it. This is okay. Let's just reduce the amount of objects in the cloner to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 4 is fine. Nice. Okay, I like this. Now let's add this shape here. Let's see, we can add a torus, rotate it, scale it down, put it somewhere here, rotate it like this, and put it here, pull it down. Okay, and now reduce the width a bit. Okay, let's now see. Leave the camera view. I just want to take a look at these stories here. So for the ring segments, I want a lot of segments to make it look smooth, the silhouette, and I want to have a sort of like a squares here. I think I can work with this. Let's press C and jump into the polygon mode. Press Control A and go I for inner extrude, and do a little inner extrude. Make sure preserve groups is unchecked, so uncheck it, and do this. And now I want to inner extrude 2 times, and I want to press D and extrude 2 times. Okay. Let's now put all of this into a subdivision surface. Okay, this is what we got. I'm not sure how this will look like. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like it. Let's just render with this simple thing to see. It's not that bad, it's not that bad. The details are really small, so let's just use this one. I will scale it in a bit and rotate it, actually position it, and this is fine. Let's now create another cube, rotate it like this, put it somewhere here. Okay. And let's add a lot of segments to this cube. So 100, 100, 100. And then press down, twist. And for the twist, I'm just gonna twist it like this. Maybe like this. And I'm gonna increase the size of the twist. Or decrease it. Let's just select the cube and rotate it to get the angle, to get some cool angle. Okay. I'm just gonna add a fillet. Fillet radius, put it to 3. Okay. Okay, now we get some nice reflections here. I like this, I like this. Let's see what happens if I add another deformer. So add a taper. Where is it? It's here. So now we have 2 of them, and yeah, we can taper it like this. Cool. I'm gonna leave that element there. And now I'm gonna add a torus. Position it here where this column is, and rotate it. Pull it back, put it somewhere here, scale it down, reduce. Okay. And now I wanna increase all the segments to 50, so pipe segments and ring segments, and creating some sort of like twist inside of the torus. I'm not sure how this would look like. What happens if, okay, twisting the torus in this way doesn't work. I'm just gonna rotate it like this, and let's try to twist it. Let's try to increase the twist height. Okay, this is interesting. I like this. I'm gonna use this. It's a bit heavy on my computer, but if this doesn't work for you, just use something else. I'm just gonna make it editable and press down with my mouse wheel and merge these, because these are these parameter objects, they are heavy on the memory. So just make all of these editable. Press down mouse wheel and press C and merge these shapes. Now let's add this. We will use a Voronoi fracture for this. So add a cube and put it here. Put it somewhere here, rotate it, and add some segments to it. So maybe 10 segments, 10 segments, 10 segments. And then now let's see where the fracture is. Voronoi fracture. Put a cube inside of it. And for the factors, we want to put a random here. So go into MoGraph for factors and press random. And this random gets applied on the Voronoi. So select the Voronoi here and scale it. Let's see if I pull it down, pull it here. This is the fracture that we got. Let's see the random effector, and maybe we can put 30 here, 30, 30, 30 to make it look less random. Okay, this is fine. This is the Voronoi we're gonna use. Just put it somewhere here. Nice. Now our next detail will be a sphere. So add a sphere somewhere here where we have some space. Scale it down, put it here. Move it down. Okay. Increase the segments of the sphere to 100. And now for the Voronoi, just press Voronoi, press C to make this one editable. Okay, we have a lot of Voronoi here. This is fine. And for the random, we don't need the random anymore, so just delete it. For this sphere here, we want to add a displacer to the sphere as well. So press on Shift and put a displacer here. And for the displacer, let's try using a noise. And this is what we get. Let's jump into the noise and let's see noise. Let's use turbulence. And how do we do this here? Increase the contrast, maybe something like this. Okay, so not turbo. Let's leave the camera view and have the sphere with the noise here, and just pick the noise that's cool. Let's actually add more segments to the sphere. We actually have enough segments. But yeah, we want to add a smoothing to this sphere as well. So smoothing is here. Smoothing goes, let's see where the smoothing goes. It goes below the displacer. Okay, this is fine. And for the noise, let's see what these things change. Ober, that's interesting. Let's just pick the one that's kind of cool. I'm gonna go with the Newtos and jump to the camera view to see. We have some weird shape here, so let's just increase its size, scale it up a bit, and just leave it here. It will add some, like everything here is pretty geometric and angular, and this one kind of breaks that. Let's go with this, let's make this editable, and that's fine. Let's move to the next, let's create another sphere. This one will be a standard sphere. We're just gonna leave it here compositionally to add some balance. So put it here, and for the segments make it 100. Scale it down a bit and put it somewhere here. Okay, this works. Now we wanna add a cylinder, and we're gonna put a cylinder somewhere here and rotate it like this and scale it down, kill the height segments, increase the radius, and height, we don't want a huge height, so 5. The caps, we want to add a fillet, and in the rotation segments add 100, and we're gonna move that one here. And we want to add 2 more shapes. So let's see what we're going to use. We'll just add another cube, put it somewhere here, like this, scale it down, and add 30 segments everywhere, and then I want to add another deformer to it. Maybe something like, same thing, let's add a twist and a taper to it. So I'm not sure which one should go first, but let's see, twist. I want to twist it a bit. And I want to increase the size of the twist. And then I want to taper it. And I want to click the cube and add a fillet to it. And then we want to rotate it to see what shape I got. It's not really that special. It's similar to this, but I like it. I like how this looks like. And yeah, I think we're finished with our composition. As you can see, sometimes I use Octane with the standard HDRI. I mean the Studio 3 HDRI. I use Octane with it when designing because I can get a real preview. And I actually think that's a pretty good strategy. So if you guys are already pretty confident with modeling and are using a real-time renderer, you should do it as well. Okay, we're ready to shade this since we're using our old shaders that you guys can find in the previous files, just copy paste them. Get used to doing that, it's important. And our HDRI is set to these settings, so you can copy them if you would like to get this look. I'm just gonna shade it a bit, so for the background I'm gonna use a pink. Okay, I cannot see the updates here, so I'm gonna re-render it, not sure why. Okay, it gets added to our Octane sky here, I think because everything else is hidden in the viewport, so just make sure the plane has the texture and not the Octane sky. This is the pink texture here, and let's add a blue texture to the pillars, columns. It's the same thing, pillar, column, doesn't matter. And blue texture is here as well, and yeah, here as well. And we want a yellow to the top and a blue here as well. And we want to add a blue to this shape. Let's add some more glossy blue. Okay, and let's use the purple here. Add a pink here and a pink there, blue here, a blue here, a yellow here, a purple here, and pink there. And I want to make this sphere purple. I want to make this yellow. I'm gonna make this purple as well. And for our Voronoi, we're just gonna randomly put a lot of, let's see where the Voronoi is, it's here. I'm just gonna randomly drag and drop colors into the inspector here and assign the shaders to the Voronoi. When I done this, I'm just gonna copy paste the shaders, pressing down Control, and add them to other stones here. It's really not that important since this is like a randomly generated rocks, so it will look okay. Nice. Now I see this Voronoi, they're not really beveled, and maybe the one of them is missing. It's not. Everything has a texture, so let's just select all the Voronoi, mouse wheel down the group here, go into the edge mode. Okay, yeah, the edges, it has a lot of segments, but beveling the edges won't really solve our issue here. Maybe what we can do is add a bevel as a child below all of these, so let's just merge and then add a bevel as a child of everything here and put the bevel to 2. And now the bevel is not colored, which sucks. Let's add a subdivision here. The bevel is not colored because the selections are different, and my computer is kind of dying. I don't think this is a good idea, adding the bevel deformer. I'm gonna leave this unbeveled, but yeah, you guys should solve this. And let's now add pink here and purple here, a yellow to the background, a pink here, a blue here, and that's it. We're finished with shading this. Let's light it. We'll have a HDRI from the right, which adds some nice lighting here, but this part here, now when I look at it, we get some light here, and we get a lot of light from this angle, so this is not that bad. Let's just play with the settings here. Maybe for the exposure, since it's 1.3, let's try 1.6. And for the gamma, let's put the gamma to 0.8 or 0.9. For the post-processing, we have some bloom. Let's put the bloom to 6. And in the camera imager, let's play with the white point. We want to pick, let's try picking like this pink here and decreasing the opacity, and see what the white point will create. Increase the saturation, actually, not opacity. What happens if we put it? It kills that color. Okay, something like this is fine. It made it a bit more. Reduce the contrast a bit. But yeah, this is what I wanted to create. Actually, the cloner, now I see it. This thing is not. This thing is not shaded. So press on the cloner, and you can do the same thing here. Just drag and drop the colors to this. Okay, I like how this looks like. You can now render this out, and yeah, later down the course I will show you how to do the post-production work in Photoshop for these things. But yeah, this is fine, and this is the end of the fourth video. Good job, guys, if you made it this far. Let's continue to the next one. Take care, bye bye. Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I lit this composition. And yeah, same as in previous videos, we're using the same HDRI, Studio 03. And these are the values. You want the power to 3 and the rotation like this. And let me turn off these lights, because I have already created them. So what I want from the HDRI is just to come from the right and light some of these things. As you can see, we have some reflections here, some here, some here, and here. So we will approach this composition same as others in this course. We need the backlight. The backlight is here. I think it's this light. Let's turn it on. Yeah, that's the backlight, and you can see it. It's here. It's behind the composition. Here, it's lighting the background object. And let's just name it backlight. Okay, we have the backlight. Now we need the key light. As you can see, it's here on the left. And yeah, you should do the same if you want to achieve this look. Key light is like this. Essentially what I did is I clicked on the backlight, clicked down Control, moved it here, and rotated it like this. So this is my key light, except for the key light I increased the intensity so that I get a lot of light from here, but that it's not burning. You don't want anything to be completely white. Okay, so then I just take the key light and press down Control and duplicate it here and rotate it for my fill light. I will delete this. So the fill light comes from the left, and it has lower intensity. So for my key light the intensity is 6, but for my fill light the intensity is 2, and I get some light on the left. And then you want to add here, I added this one light to, as you can pay attention to this particular area. So I added a light there. It's this light here. Here it is on the left, to light up this triangle a bit. So I just call it a triangle light. It's here. And the last light in this composition is just the top light. It comes from the top, and I'm just gonna turn it on. It's here. Oh yeah, it's this one. And yeah, this is the end of my lighting. As you can see in the camera, exposure 1.6, gamma 0.9, and you will get this look. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.